So how did I start the business? To be honest, I entered blindly. I entered into running this business blindly. There are a couple of things I knew, however, from the beginning. I had done this test on myself as a professional to know where my strengths were and the kinds of people that I needed to work with, where their own strengths need to be as well, so that I can run an effective company. Let me start from that. And I did that course, or I did the assessment, and it showed me exactly where I thrived in. And it was so true, because the places where it said I was not very strong at, I really didn't care about those things. One of it was admin, the other one was social media. I knew that I needed to be on social media, but I didn't want to be burdened with it. Now, I was working full time, and I still am, let me not lie to you. Because some people say, oh, you can't run two at the same time. You can. You can have a full-time business. Well, I guess depending on what it is, but you can have a full-time business. I have a side business, which is really not my side. I say that I wear two hats simultaneously, right? So you can do it easily if you know how to structure your time and your day well, because it can end up being a pain in your neck if you don't manage your time well. But if you're able to structure things in a way whereby it works for you, it will work for you. Let me put that out there. So I entered blindly, but I also knew, no. So maybe not 100% blindly. I entered just saying, as we keep going, we'll keep growing, right? I didn't have any business. I've never run a business before. I knew that I needed certain things, but I didn't think I needed it at the beginning. I felt like the most important thing at the time when I started was to be out there in front of people, in people's faces, just sharing my knowledge in the area that I say that I'm good at. And that's around therapy and coaching, right? So I was putting out stuff for stepmothers and blended families. And I got a social media manager who was going to be posting every day. Now, even that also evolved, because in the beginning, I didn't really know what kind of posts, and what we would do. We just kind of went with the flow. I learned also that, there's certain kinds of social media managers that you need for different things that you're doing. Some of them have no clue about my space. So the first person that I was dealing with had never done anything in the mental awareness space at all. But we kind of started to find our footing. This month we'll try something. It will work, we will do more of it. Next month, we'll try something, it won't work, we'll do less of. So for me, I'm a continuous, progressive, growing person, right? I don't also personally believe that anybody knows it all at once. I don't believe so. I believe that we're all still working into getting better and better in every area of your life, in your business. And so that's how I entered it. I entered it just saying, look, this thing is going to work. I have a mission. I have a burning desire in my spirit and in my soul. I made a decision that I'm going to do this. This is where I'm going, and I made it my mission and my calling on earth, period. Every other thing was and my why was because that thing that I didn't have, and that permission, I didn't have to own my greatness as a child. I'm going to give other people the permission to do that. That was my deep why. That sense of who I was, that I was deprived of. I'm going to give people, every human being, the permission to own themselves, know themselves, and live a life of their dreams unapologetically. That's all I used to say then. I just want people to live a beautiful life. And then I started to morph. Then, the mission started getting bigger and bigger. The vision started getting bigger and bigger. I want to do this. I decided to do a course, and I became a rapid transformational therapist. And I realized that, and I learned from the world-renowned Marissa Peer. And I realized that there was so much more I could do. And, CS starting with stepmothers, I thought, okay, now I can work with other people, because now I have a phenomenal tool, or phenomenal tools, and a wonderful process that I can use, because it helped me so much. Once again, we're all human beings first. If it could help me that much, it can help anybody else so much. And, true to it, I've seen how it has helped a lot of people. I've seen how it hasn't, because they haven't worked it. But hey, You've got to do something for it to work for you. Otherwise, you're going to keep expecting a different result when you're not working it, and that's entirely up to you. So that's really how the business has run and is still running. I don't see anything as a mistake and I don't see anything as a failure. I see everything as a learning. So as we keep progressing, till now, I've probably had like 3 or 4 social media managers. I'm very excited with the ones that I'm using now. I'm saying, okay, so because now my capacity has been growing, I've learned so much. I'm doing so many courses, and I'm consistently doing courses in marketing, in sales, in presentation, how to speak to people, speaking engagement. So my capacity has been expanding. I'm on so many radio, TV shows. I'm at events speaking because I've also expanded that capacity of mine to be able to speak and teach people. I've become a phenomenal teacher, just by also growing myself in that area. So for me, I think it's important that for anything that you do, know that you will never know it all at once. And you will keep learning and growing. And the people that you need to help you, once you know them, you can locate them. If you don't know them, the truth is that you will dance to anybody that comes your way. But if I know that right now because I'm not very strong at admin, I need an admin person, a strong person who loves to do paperwork. And I have such a person, and I'm grateful for her. The people doing social media, they are there. So really, the things that will bring any kind of stress from me is taken away from me, and I'm able to pay for it from the job that I have. So even when things were not, I didn't have clients or paying clients, I had a source of income to be able to, and I wasn't stingy to myself. I didn't say, no, I'm going to do everything because I want to save a buck. No, let's spread the money around. Let's circulate it and invest it in other people and pay for convenience, right? So I might not be paying the kinds of amount that I would love to pay, but I'm going to get there, right? But I have to start from somewhere. So if you're a business owner out there who is thinking, where do I start from? Just start. Because if you do not start, by next year, you'll be in the same place wishing that you started, and you still would have done nothing. If I sat down thinking, oh, but why would anybody listen to me? I've only been in this space for 1 year. Why, I won't be here right now. But I've shown up every day. Whether it works, it doesn't work. Now I get people calling me to say, oh, I saw your videos. Oh, I saw, because I decided to put things out there regardless. It's never perfect. 5 years from now, you're going to be laughing at what you did today. Because 5 years from now, we would have progressed in a different way. Just like it was 5 years ago. Today, we're laughing at what we did 5 years ago. I put out videos without makeup. I put those videos out. I put out videos without combing my hair. I put them up because it's not about me. It's about my message. So if you're out there and you have a burning desire in your heart or a burning message in your heart, don't wait till things are lined up. Things will never line up. Motivation only comes when you take the first step. So you've got to take that first step. Jump in. However, I promise you, you will not fall. You will fall because you don't even have any expectation in the first place of whether you will sink or you will fly. You won't fall. Know your why. Is so important. When you know your why and your what, and then you know your who, and you know your where, and your when, I'm hoping your when is now, you'll be so good at it. And don't think how, because the how is none of your business. If it has been put in your heart for a reason, it means God put it in your heart. So the resources and the people who need to hear you will find you as you are looking for them. And that honestly has been my story. Do I know anything about accounts? Not much. I may ask a few questions here and there towards this, but I have a faint idea of what is coming in and what's going on and how things are happening. I have an idea of social media. I have an idea of marketing. I have an idea of sales. I have an idea of every angle of the business because I would ask questions and then I'll go ahead and do a course in it. So you can't fool me. I might not like to do it. I might not want to do it. But you cannot fool me over it because at least I have an idea of it. And every business owner should do that. At least have an idea of what you're doing. And then I think the last thing I'll say is be open to building other people. Don't hold everything to your heart. Be open to building other people. If you are afraid that if you teach people, they will run away, then let them go. If you believe that you're a well and you never run dry, then you will know that your life, things are meant to happen to and through you. to other people. So grow other people, groom them, teach them some of your tools. Unless there are tools that are really, really, like some of the tools that I use, unless you really go to train for it, I can't teach you all. However, I will share some of the things with you and tell you, use this way, do that way. What if you want to go and you decide to do this, and allow people function in their capacities? Stop being a helicopter boss. Stop being a helicopter boss and hovering over everybody as if without you. You know, I have a boss, and I used to say that my boss gets anxious if you don't need him. You shouldn't be that kind of person. Be excited when people don't need you, because now you can face other things. And that's the level I want to grow leaders, not followers. I want leaders who can make decisions on their own, knowing the values and the mission and the vision of the office. And I trust that they will not do anything outside that for the business. As they're growing, I'm growing too. So for me, I think those would be some of the advices that I'll give business owners. Just jump in, and jump in today. Because 1 year from now, you would have had 365 days of experience. 1 year from now, if you don't jump in today, you would have had 0 days of experience. Which one do you choose? How do I hire the people that have worked with me? I think I've used more of my heart. Because I tell people that I'm looking for family members and leaders, not followers and salary earners. I want people who will buy into my vision, because it's also a part of their vision. And this song is what I've sang or sung from the beginning of when I started this business. I want people who will see what I do, resonate with it, and come and say, I want to be a part of this vision. And to a large extent, that is what has happened. The people that I'm working with predominantly right now is what has happened. One, my madam is what I call her. Started off as a client. She's running the company now predominantly. Me, I just answer them when they say sure. She was a client, and off the back of working with me as a client, she decided, I want to work with you. That's a family member, right? My social media team, somebody that I had worked with who just saw the heart that I have, said to me, I'm going to introduce you to somebody who can help you, because I said to him, I need somebody to fill in this space. And so they're the ones that I've worked with also in the last maybe year and a half. So I have family members, and I remind them all the time, you're not my staff. Yes, I might be paying you something, but you're not my staff. I want you to look at a bigger picture where we own something together, and it's something big. I will focus on my own role and be the person that comes out to speak, does what I need to do to make sure that your pockets are being greased and oiled.